Welcome back to one of the most requested non-Digimon Let's Plays in a while. So, the winner ended up being between the ones that I asked people to choose. I think it was like 11 to 8 to 6. It was Ventus, and then I think Terra, then Aqua. So we're going to go with Ventus. So, you may notice I have a few save files. The way I'm going to have to do this is I'll start off from this point. We'll show, what leads up to the when you choose the character. I'll choose Ventus, do his opening stuff, get to a certain point. Then I'm going to load this save where I'm already level 5, just because I am playing on critical, and this game is hard. Not just from the amount of damage you take, but just the amount of damage you do, and it's not a lot. So, just to save time, I have that ready. So, load this up. This is all new. I can't believe the first part was only like half an hour. It's crazy to me. I'm excited to go back, though.
Hey, we're gonna head back.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of a weird point to let you save at. Oh, okay, there's cutscenes.
Together. Always.
That would be the last night we ever spent beneath the same stars.
Very sad and foreboding. Oh god, there's more.
Mickey, I cannot shake the feeling something terrible is about to transpire.
I don't understand why Mickey's still training. He's, judging by that outfit, he's very clearly already mastered final form, so I don't know what to go from here. What to do from here. I can't words. So, this is the point where you choose. That's why you have to keep the save file. Like I've said, the canon, quote-unquote, this is the widely agreed order to play in is Terra, Ventus, Aqua. I think it's because people just followed the goddamn list. My favorite way to play is Aqua, Ventus, Terra. I think it leads to a much better story. You guys voted on Ventus, which is in the middle, so I mean, fuck it, right? So we'll go with Ventus. Carlos is online, here to ruin my Let's Play. Bet that motherfucker's playing FIFA. Let's look. I got time. 19 friends online. It's ridiculous. Thankfully, he's early in the alphabet. He's playing Prey. He's trying. He's really trying to get through that game. Struggling. He hates it. Ventus it is. So the opening is more or less the same. It definitely starts off the same until the characters start to like go and do their own thing. So we're gonna see this cutscene at least 3 times. The one after it at least 3 times, and then that's when it starts to diverge. It's like immediately after this battle. There's the same cutscene, and then kind of mixes it up a little bit. But they're gonna introduce some of the other characters now.
Today you will be examined for the Mark of Mastery. Not one, but 2 of the Keyblades chosen stand here as candidates. But this is neither a competition nor a battle for supremacy. Not a test of wills, but a test of heart. Both of you may prevail, or neither. But I am sure our guest, Master Xehanort, did not travel all this way to see our youngest prospects in years fall short of the mark. I trust you are ready.
Yes.
Then let the examination begin.
Don't worry about me. You two focus on the exam.
But Ven, you're in danger here. Go wait in your room.
No way. I've been looking forward to this. Seeing you two become masters. I'm not gonna miss it now.
He can take care of himself. He's been out there training just as hard as us.
Yeah.
Stay sharp, Ven.
So, few points to make here. Obviously, because it's a tutorial is why you're controlling Ven right now, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't see these orbs attacking Ericus and Xehanort, who apparently aren't here. Let me just hop over here. So they just fucked off, I guess. But yeah, Ven easily could have just went and sat with them. So it's just because it's a tutorial. Also, apparently, to become a Mark of Master, or to pass the Mark of Mastery exam, you just need to fight a couple glowing orbs and then maybe have like a sparring match. And that's it. Even though Sora and Riku had to, I don't know, free 7 fucking worlds and complete that. So, you know, there's a difference. And before you say, oh, well, you know, these 3 have been training their whole lives to be master, it's like, yeah, don't give me your logic. It's still ridiculous. Like, the Mark of Mastery exam is a fucking joke. To be fair, I don't know how Terra failed it, other than plot reasons, because it just seems like a really easy exam. But whatever. I really don't mind it. I think it's a neat... I like this concept a lot more. I think, if anything, Dream Drop Distance kind of fucked with it a little bit, because I liked it better the way it was originally, where it was just like, it was literally just a test. And then Yen Sid's like, no, I'm gonna need you to do all of this, even though you've saved the world, I guess, dozens of times. Alright.
That was unexpected. But one must keep a still heart even in the most trying of circumstances. It was an excellent test, one I chose to let unfold. Which brings us to your next trial. Now, Terra and Aqua, the 2 of you will face each other in combat. Remember, there are no winners, only truths. For when equal powers clash, their nature is revealed. Begin! We have deliberated and reached a decision. Terra, Aqua, you both performed commendably. However, only Aqua has shown the mark of mastery. Terra, you failed to keep the darkness within you sufficiently in check. But there is always next time. That is all. Aqua, as our newest Keyblade Master, you are entitled to certain knowledge. Please wait here for further instruction.
Hey.
Terra, I'm sorry.
The darkness. Where did it come from?
I still don't know if that darkness was actually inside Terra, or if Master Xehanort kind of fucked with him. I think Xehanort fucked with him, because that makes more sense, but I've seen this opening cutscene at least, God, 30 times. Because I think I've beaten this game about 10.
Not here, you won't. I have to keep up appearances.
I know that. He just needs a little incentive to leave home.
So, without spoiling anything, I'm huge on voice actors.
Sorry.
The main three aren't really that big. If you count, I mean, Jesse McCartney, if you count him, is the same voice actor for Roxas. So Ventus is literally exactly like Roxas. Willa Holland is relatively no name. She's on Arrow, and I don't remember I forget what the guy. I think it's David Gallagher, but I don't think that's right. That might be Riku. But the voice for Terra doesn't do anything. I don't think. I'm gonna let the cutscenes roll before I
Better hurry,
go on
Ventus,
with my lesson.
Who are you?
or you'll never see Terra again.
What? Get real. I can see Terra anytime I want.
Like right now, he's leaving you behind. And by the time you catch up, he'll be a different person.
Look, whoever you are, you don't know the first thing about Terra. Me and him will always be a team. You trying to pick a fight or what?
Oh, grow up. Is that what you call friendship? You'll never know the truth unless you go out and look for it yourself. Come on, what could you possibly know when you're stuck here, looking at nothing but what's in the tiny world?
Terra! Terra!
It's okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Ben!
All right, Forge D-Link with Aqua. Yeah, Aqua got the D. I get it. Yep, easy joke to make. So I used to think that each character would only get like one other of the threes, like D-Link. Like Ven would get Aqua, and then Aqua would get Terra, and then Terra would get shit. No, whatever. I thought it was like each character would get a different character, so like make it like a rock paper scissors thing. Until this tutorial ends, and then they just give you the other one. I don't know why I like instantly jump to conclusions. So I'm huge on voice actors. So Mark Hamill actually voices Master Ericus, better known as Luke Skywalker himself, / more importantly, the Joker. So it's interesting to see him play a good guy again. And then Master Xehanort is voiced by Leonard Nimoy, who has passed, which is super, super depressing. Spock himself. So each character starts off at a different world, but you have to go through all three of them eventually. Ventus goes to the Dwarf Woodlands, then I think he must go to Cinderella's castle after that, and then Enchanted Dominion. Terra starts at Enchanted Dominion. Aqua starts at Castle of Dreams. So let's go on in. But yes, those are them. Those are the voice actors. Oh, more importantly, Vanitas, who has not been named yet, but let's just call him the Masked Boy, is also a familiar voice, so I won't spoil because it's kind of a big one. But if his voice sounds familiar, it should. I mean, whatever. It's Haley Joel Osment, the same person who voices Sora.
Wow.
And I think that's super cool because it's always made me wonder, like, if you made a game and say, like, you took the main character out of action. It's like, say you made, like, a 4-game series, and then, like, for one of the games, you took the main character completely, like, out of the story for the most part, like he was missing or something. Wouldn't that voice actor get, like, no work then? I always thought about it that way. So, in my head, I always thought it would, like, I guess for good voice actors, because I know some anime will do this, if, like, their normal character isn't there, they'll let them voice, like, minor characters or, like, other characters. So I've always thought that was pretty cool. These are not Heartless, if you look closely. What's weird is I'm pretty sure every other character gets like a cutscene the first time they fight them, but Ventus doesn't. You just kind of start. So this is the only real spot you can grind right off the bat, but you shouldn't really need to quite yet. There's one annoying part, but we'll get through it pretty easily. But yeah, so like I like the idea of Haley Joel Osment being able to voice another character, because I do think he's a talented dude. It's so weird. He looks nothing like what you'd expect him to look like as an adult. I did read an AMA from him once. It was like half the questions asking about being a child actor, and half were like about being Sora and stuff. I always thought it was really interesting because one of the questions he answered about Kingdom Hearts, he said, well, Nomura-san, and like he added the san. I was like, what? I mean, so clearly he's met the dude, and clearly he's like, I guess worked with him. But I thought it was always really cool. I have a lot of respect for Haley Joel Osment for staying like out of crazy, I guess. Because a lot of child actors go fucking bonkers, and he just kind of, I think part of it is because he did have like steady work, I guess. Although he looks nothing like you'd expect him to. Like he looks like, do you know in movies when they have like a kid and then like think like 13 going on 30 when they have a kid who's like aged instantly? That's what Haley Joel Osment looks like now. It looks like someone just took his kid version and aged him like 40 years, which is super interesting. It's so strange. He's done a lot of weird movies too. Like he has that movie on Netflix, like Sex Education. I haven't watched it. I think he just played a bit role in some movie that was big. I don't know. I try to sort of keep track of his career because I'm obviously a fan because he does Sora. Like that's more than enough to earn my respect. Alright, so there's 3 here. I think if I beat them, a bruiser spawns. See, this is what I mean. It's annoying in any game like this to have to take like so many hits just to take out an enemy. I'm also not using my commands just because they're not really helpful. Like, look how much damage that did. That did a little bit more, but still not much. Like, it's just faster just to do regular hits. Although, when you get into commands like this, it's pretty helpful. Alright, and then this area fully searched. Got it. So this is going to be another cutscene. If you couldn't tell, we're following the 7 dwarves. I've never really cared too much about the Disney side of the stories. They just don't really interest me, being honest. Like, some of them they are. Like, I like reliving it the same way I like rewatching movies like Aladdin, but still, it's not like the big draw to this game.
Call me Vin. A diamond thief.
It always feels like I'm slogging through them just to get to like the main plot of Kingdom Hearts.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
You didn't? You mean you're not here for our diamonds?
That's not nice. Treating me like some kind of bad guy. I'm just trying to find a friend. His name is Terra. He's dressed kind of like me, about yay tall.
Sounds like a tall tale to me. Go on, get.
We don't know any Terra.
Please, could you come over here? I just want to talk.
Don't fall for it. Stay where you are.
All right, then we'll do this the hard way. Yeah.
Here's some fun facts for you. not Sleeping Beauty. Snow White was, I think, like 60 minutes. Like, it was super short. It wasn't actually like a full-length movie. It's like 60 minutes or something. I might be pulling that one out of my ass, but what I do know is that it was, I think it was the first colored movie, like full in color movie that Disney did. It came out in like the 30s. So all of the original voice actors are like definitely dead, like 100%. So just have that. This is a little nugget for you. Which is why it sounds weird sometimes when you hear like that. Who was it? I think it was Sleepy who just like, ooh, it sounded really weird. So there's no one versed in this area yet. You have to just basically find the 7 dwarves, which is annoying. I think you have to hit them too. Some are hiding in boxes. Oh, there are inversed. They're all hiding in boxes and stuff. It's weird. I think that's Sneezy. God, I want to get rid of him so fast. So I think I did the tutorial already, so I should know all about the commands and everything like that, and finishing moves and stuff like that. I think I showed it all off. I can't see the way the camera is. My hay fever, I gotta hold on, careful. Sneezy, what a dumb trait to have. Oh, this guy gets sick sometimes. This guy has a nose problem. I think Sneezy does coke. I'll say it. You know what? I'll expose the truth. Man, I love the fast command styles. I've started to realize the more I play games that I think I like fast characters more than I like... In order, I like fast characters, then powerful characters, then magic, then defense types. I can't stand defense types, despite me maining a tank in Final Fantasy for like 4 years now. They bother me. I don't know why. I don't like this. I don't like... You know what? Actually, below tanks would be healers. Because I don't... Or below, I guess, defensive types. Because I can't stand how long it takes. Like, I prefer... Speed and attack seem to be the fastest way to just, like, bring enemies down, and that's my jam. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, that's why. I should really use my shot lock more. Although it's not fully leveled up yet, so it's kind of annoying. So that's... How many? 2? I'm genuinely surprised there wasn't one in there. Yeah, I'm not doing enough commands to get the, like, command styles. I really thought there'd be a dwarf in there, I don't know why. Okay. Can you imagine if the movie was called, and this is going to be offensive for a second, can you imagine if the movie was called Snow White and the 7 Midgets? It's just like, to have a movie, like, would that kill the movie and its entire heritage? Because that's obviously the offensive term. So, God, 4, 5 unversed just came from there? What the fuck? So, that's very obviously the offensive term. So, like, it'd be so weird to me if that was, like, the name of the movie. Like, I'm almost wondering, did they get lucky they called it Snow White and the 7 Dwarves? Was dwarves the accepted vernacular, like, in the 30s, and they were being PC back then? Because, I mean, everything I know about the 30s, I just have a hard time believing that. So I wonder about things like that. Like, I'm trying to think of things that aren't offensive at the time, or were, like, accepted, but now wouldn't be. Like, I know Aladdin, even though that came out in, like, 1992, or was it 3? It was 93 or something, has, like, a couple sort of offensive thing. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is, though. Ooh, I have to make sure that ability's off. I think it starts off, but I'm not sure. I have to make sure 0 XP is, okay, good. But no, like, I wonder about stuff like that. Like, I know Aladdin a couple times says, like, oh, Allah, or something like that, which I totally missed as a kid. But there's, like, a couple offhand remarks and stuff, but I'm just like, I'm trying to think of another movie that, like, just fucked up. So, anyway, we picked up Payback Raid, which is, it's not my favorite. I think I prefer aerial recovery, which is when you get knocked in the air, you press circle, and then you, like, you know, you just snap back so you can maneuver again. But I think Payback Raid, you start attacking instead, which I guess empirically is better, but I don't like it as much. I need to use shot lock more. See, level 1 shot lock is fucking useless. First of all, no matter how much you hit right here, you can't, like, do extra attacks after, which sucks. I could do D-links, now that I think about it. My health's at, like, half. I should be more careful. I think Grumpy did all this damage to me. Oh, I've lost count. Is this the 4th one? Fuck. That one in the minecart is the worst. It took me forever to beat this. Oh, I should mention, this is my second time trying this. I tried to do the Let's Play before, and I got to the boss on this level, and I was like, I couldn't do it. And for some reason, I scrapped the entire video, and I thought the video was fine up until then. But yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. It was such a pain in the ass. I think I struggled on this part a lot. Yeah, see, this is why, because he hits you back. So you need, like, ranged attacks. I should use D-Link, now that I think about it, because I'm in trouble here. Actually, let me use the special attack on the minecart, if I can. It's going away, it's going away. Wait for it. Oh, cool. That actually worked. That is so much easier than how I did it last time. It's one of those things where, like, if you know something's going to be bad, you're a little more prepared for it. I actually don't know how many dwarves I killed. Not killed, I guess. What am I doing? Why am I attacking these dwarves in the first place? What have they done other than run away? How does this help my case? I didn't really consider this earlier, but I'm kind of the bad guy here. This is not great. Alright, you should be the last one. I can just shot lock the fuck out of you over here. It's an air raid! Oh god, those noises. Poor Doc. Oh no, is that Happy? You sure seem nice, I wish we could help you. I guess that's Happy, even though he's got a scowl on his face.
Come on. I'm telling you, I'm no thief.
Ah, that's what they all say. Well, we're on to you.
Fine, I get it. You want me to leave, I'll leave. Oh, but can you tell me where I can find some other people around here?
There's a castle beyond the chorus. I mean the forest.
Got it. Well, thanks.
You know what's weird? That I learned about in a Reddit thread the other day? That I guess is common knowledge to some. I didn't realize that diamonds aren't the rarest mineral, and that they just like there's only like one like manufacturer of diamonds, or I guess cutter, the ones who like shape them into gems and stuff. And the actual most rare gem is sapphires. So the sapphires in this cave would go for lots. Also, seriously though, what is the point of making this cave further in when they haven't even fucking dug the gems out of here? It's wasteful. Alright, so this is the point where I load, because, you know, we did it. Like, this is the point where I left off and then saved. I basically went back in the cave and grinded for about 5 levels and stuff. I don't know why it's defaulting to Terra. I guess it's because of my most recent save. Alright. So I tried to sort of level Terra up first, because I think he's the next one I have to do. I haven't decided if I want to switch off between each character or just stick with one. I think I should stick with one, because that's the way the game should be played, but I have a rare opportunity to do it otherwise. Alright, so now not only do I have a higher level, I have better abilities, so I haven't really gone into command melding yet, because I can't. Actually, I can. I can meld fire. That's good. Magnet, I can meld too. Cool. So I'll show it off. So the way meld command works is basically you take 2 of your commands, so you can take like a strike raid and mix it with something else, but here's the most basic ones. Mix fire with fire, and then attach an item to it. So a shimmering crystal. If I do this, it should give me either fire screen or fire boost. I think it should give screen at a low level, but we'll see. Oh, fire boost. Perfect. So, I have fire right now and fire boost. So what this does is, once you attach an ability to it, when you fully level up this ability, so for fire, I think there's 3 levels. So level 1, 2, and then 3, then I'll get to keep that ability. But while it's equipped in my deck, so this is the deck, I'll get the ability no matter what. So a good way, this is kind of how Dream Drop Distance works, except Dream Drop Distance, you don't get to keep your abilities. You only get them when you have like a certain Dream Eater equipped. But anyway, so it shows that we have fire boost and it's equipped. But this, for example, I had a different ability that I already leveled up, and it had Treasure Magnet on it. So now I just permanently have one thing of Treasure Magnet, which is like Draw in Kingdom Hearts 2. I forget what it's called in 1. I think it might be called Treasure Magnet. I don't really have a lot of abilities here, but there are different types. So these are the the prizes one. So I think this one is treasure magnet, HP prize plus, which means more HP drops from enemies. I think this one's link prize, which means more of the D-Link stuff. And then this one's lucky strike. There's nothing to increase money that I know of. And then this would probably fire, blizzard, thunder. I don't think there's a dark boost. I think there's cure boost though. And then there's fire screen, blizzard screen, thunder screen. There's a couple different ones, which are just like elemental resistances. Item boosts increase the effect of recovery items, but I don't really use those. So there's a ton of support type commands. And then these are, boost ones, I guess stats. And then these ones are all the support ones. So this is where like leaf bracer, second chance, once more, all those type of abilities go. So like scan, you start off with, thank fucking god. But yeah, I can also meld magnets. I'll do that right now. Magnet is really OP in this game, like super OP. It's actually one of my favorites to use in this one. Basically, you just suck up almost any enemy and just kind of throw them. So the different types of crystals will offer different rewards. So like this one, it'll allow like air combo plus or combo plus, which I've never been a huge fan of. I try to like, I guess in this game they're better because there's no like finish booster. But in like Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1, I prefer to like just attack normally because the finishing attack is what's like the best. And then these increase like, these are like the ones that do like treasure magnet and stuff. So I'll go with, I think treasure magnet's pretty important overall. So there we go. So we'll do that. And then as you can see, I'm already leveling up Blizzara, trying to get Blizzaga. Usually with, I don't know why, but always with Aqua. I have Blizzaga on pretty early. And then if you go to the item shop, you can buy low-level commands, but only when you find them. But you'll see new, so because I just created Fyra, I can now buy Fyra, which is super fucking helpful. Especially if you're trying to like meld multiples, so that's good. It's always cheaper to just buy the base level ones, and once we get to further levels, you can level up Fire like to fully in like one battle, so it becomes really useful. I think I fully leveled up my D-Links too, so I should explain that real quick too. So basically, there's two versions of each D-Link. So when you start off, you use Aqua, and then you get Finish, and they'll get. But if you there's an item you'll pick up if you level up their D-Links. It's like a big star, kind of looks like a pow fruit almost. And then they'll gain an ability. So the first ability is Magic Deflector, which I assume deflects magic. And then her second ability, and that's when the whole D-Link changes, is Auto Life. And if you look on the right, all the battle commands, those you'll start off with like I think 4. And then when you get one item, when you get your first ability, you'll gain another command. And then when you get your second, you get like a full 8 commands. So this is Aqua. Now it starts off. They'll also upgrade their finishing move, which I think is pretty cool. Terra's the same way, except his abilities are different: auto block and overdrive. And then he has more attack commands. So pretty cool. I like the D-Link system. It's weird. This game has too many mechanics, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of hard to keep track of them. So like you can see, I can attack a little bit better now, so I feel more confident, I feel more beautiful, I feel like I can go out and take on the world. I won't do this with all the characters, well I will do it, but I won't have to explain it every time. But this is just because it's the first one, and I'm kind of skipping over a few mechanics, so. We're going to continue the story, so this is just after we talk to the dwarves, so we move out here. More of these guys again. I also, I leveled up my shot lock, so you see it gains targets a lot faster. And if you fully max out like the targets, you'll gain extra abilities. Like if you match X, you can do more shots, and each shot lock has like a different version of that. There are a couple different ones. There's basically, I want to say, 3 types of shot locks. There's ones like that one where it shoots balls of energy and they lock on. There's other ones where you'll rush the enemy. I think Terra can do that, like from the start. And there's other like random ones that'll just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But that's more or less, those 2 are like the main ones. I'm trying to think if there's other ones that deviate from that.
This must be where those little men live. There!
So we heard her scream. First of all, we're in a new area, so I mean, I know she needs help, but there's treasure here, so what do you want me to do? My hands are tied. One thing I don't like about Birth by Sleep, they almost fixed it, but not really. Is that I feel like the characters take up too much of the screen. I think this is a problem with Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts 2 spoils me because you barely see the character at all. Can't get that until I get a jump ability, which I like that they don't just give you. You need to earn it, a la Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2 style. Well, 2 you can level up the drive form, so I guess that's different, but it's like that, not like Dream Drop Distance where you gain it immediately. So, in my quest to find all of the treasure, I think I did do this for the trophies on PS3. I was driven crazy by trying to find the last trophy in Dwarf Woodlands. Yeah, don't forget this, at the end of this lake over here, there's a treasure. It's not great. It's poison, which isn't a great ability, but it's there. It exists. I don't know how long it took me. That, and you can actually go inside here, which you could easily think you wouldn't be able to, because it's a dwarf house, like, you didn't think you'd be able to fit. So this is attack recipe, which will basically, so if you notice when I was combining commands earlier, it didn't like show me what the command was going to be ahead of time. I had to kind of just like guess. When you get the different recipes, it'll show you what the command will be before you make it. Like, so like attack recipe, like very low command ones. So like if I combine like a strike raid and like a quick blitz, it'll or if I combine quick blitz and sliding dash, it'll show me, it'll turn into like a striking raid or strike raid. God, I can't words. I know most of the combinations, but not all of them. Like when it comes to like mixing different magics together, when it comes to like the attack commands, I don't know them as well, but I know a good amount of them. Like I know a lot of like the same element ones, so mostly because they're not very hard. But like I know if you combine Strike Raid with Blizzard Raid, you'll either get Blizzard Edge, or I think that's it. I don't think there's a Blizzard version of Strike Raid. There's also commands that certain characters can use and others can't. Like Ventus learns like 4 extra like raid type attacks than the other 2 characters. So that's always interesting. Talk to her. I missed it in Kingdom Hearts 2 when it said approach.
What's wrong?
These horrible trees. They tried to grab me.
It's okay. You were probably just seeing things. It happens to all of us when we're afraid.
Oh, thank you. I feel quite better now. I'm sure I'll get along somehow. But I do need a place to sleep at night. Would you know anywhere I might?
Well, I saw a house just up ahead. Come on, I'll take you there. Oh, I'm Ventus. Ven for short.
Thank you, then. My name's Snow White.
Great. Let's get going.
Shout out to my stomach for making random noises. I don't think I'm hungry. I ate a couple hours ago. I don't think it's been that long. Protect Snow White until she reaches the clearing. Press square, then X if she needs help. So this is a weird one. Basically, the trees are your enemies. There's regular and verse, but then they'll come out like this. I don't think you can attack the trees. I think you have to wait until you get a reaction command. Oh, you know what? I might be wrong. That seemed like I probably could have defended it. I probably could have attacked the tree. But you get like a special ability. It's like in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you protect Minnie from all the Heartless in the throne room as you go. Oh, shit. No. She has a pretty decent health bar, but I still don't want to let anyone get too close. I'm like, I'm just not strong enough to like attack them with like the strength I want to. Towards the end of the game, it gets pretty, they have a lot of health too, so like I feel like I have to, I don't know what to do here. There we go. What was I trying to say? It's weird, because towards the end of the game, you really do start to feel overpowered, but in the beginning it's a slog. But I feel like every Kingdom Hearts is like that, so I can't really complain. Again, I can also use my commands, which are definitely strong enough to do some serious damage. But I'm just so used to just mashing the button. Fire does okay. I really don't like Arrow. It doesn't do nearly enough. Like in Ventus, it's supposed to be like Ventus's like element, and I can't get behind it. The way it works in this game is so weird. Like, it's supposed to be like a shotgun blast, I guess, but just it doesn't feel like that. There we go. Let me give me the prompts. I feel like the only way to beat them is to guard like that. This isn't a super hard section. She has way more health than you need. As long as she doesn't get hit by like the regular unversed, you should be fine. Oh, shit. You should be fine. Just like that. there's one more tree. No, I'm totally done. Better beat these unversed, and she's done. But it's weird because it doesn't like finish automatically. You have to like walk up and talk to her again. I don't like that. Not a fan. Oh.
I'm pretty sure you'll be safe here. But sit tight while I look around.
What I don't like about Snow White, like a lot of Disney princesses, especially the earlier ones, is that she doesn't really have a character. She's sort of just a girl who randomly appears and is supposed to be the prettiest in the world. Or I guess the land. And that's about it. And then she dies because she eats a poison apple, and then she's gallantly brought back to life by a brave warrior who would kiss a corpse. And that's about it.
Couldn't stay away, could you? And who invited you in, you rotten thief?
Oh no, he's not a thief. He rescued me.
You mustn't be moved. I mustn't be fooled by him, Princess.
Just go on and get.
Please don't send him away. You see, he helped me when I was lost.
I also feel like there's a really big gap between her eyes. Like, bigger than there should be.
Well, I was picking flowers by the wood, and there was a stranger there. He had a sword, but it was like a key. And then these monsters came and...
A sword like a key. Terra!
You mean this stranger saw you and sent his horde of evil demons after you?
Terra would never do that!
Oh, of course. I'm sure he wouldn't. Not if he's someone who's your friend.
Princess, you trustn't be so trusting.
He's a lion. Mark my words.
I'll prove it.
You know what's super weird about this? Is that, so Terra leaves literally like 10 seconds before Ven does, and Terra has an entire world he completes before Ven leaves, and then, Aqua leaves after Ventus, but like a little bit after, so it's like it's sort of understandable, but Aqua doesn't, like Aqua literally passes Terra as Terra completes his third world, and she's on her first. It's super weird. And then they meet up after that, so I don't... That's not a spoiler. Yeah, eventually they do see each other again. Isn't that weird? But I'm just like... It's... the timeline gets so weird. Which is why, like, when I thought about doing it, when I thought about... I should make a new save. When I thought about, playing the game according to the timeline, I was like, that'd get pretty confusing pretty quickly. So... I'm glad I won't. Maybe when I'm done, someone can cut up my Let's Play and see if it makes sense if you do it only by the timeline. I doubt it, but we'll see. So this is the fuck that destroyed me earlier. So there's a couple unversed bosses like this, just pretty much like Heartless bosses. Just, you know, they vaguely resemble something from that world. I like them in this game a lot, actually, but Shotlock is the way to go. It is like the only way to beat these. You can see how much damage it does. It's ridiculous. Just make sure you're within range, because if you're too far away, then you won't do nearly enough. So if you're, I think I might be level 3, but if you have enough, then you can reliably hit them. Oh, he's immune. That's not good. If you have enough, you can reliably hit them like twice. Magnet's not going to do anything here. Fire will help, and then Arrow. So the best thing about Shotlock is that it's, I think it's, I'm trying to think of the way to say it. It's scaled to your level, so if you're higher level than you should be when you're fighting, I don't have Cure, so we need to wrap this the fuck up. If you're a higher level than you're supposed to be, then you'll do a lot more damage with Shotlock, even if your regular attacks don't do very much. Even on critical, Shotlock is crazy. Honestly, I find it way more effective against bosses than I do for like regular enemies. Yes, phone.
Excuse me, ma'am. You dropped this.
Oh, I thank you, my pet. To tell the truth, I really don't know what I would have done without that. I seen that sword before?
Terra has one. You know Terra?
Oh, yes, yes. That ruffian pointed one of those at me asking about some Xehanort. My poor heart nearly stopped.
That doesn't sound like him at all. Ma'am, where did Terra go?
I'm sure I have no idea. Must you all menace a poor granny so?
What? No, I was just...
Why doesn't she have more than one poison apple? Why wouldn't the entire basket be poison apples? That's what you have to do in Oblivion when you buy the poison apples from Jaskar. Forge a D-Link with Snow White's. Snow White's abilities suck. I hate them. They're all named after the different dwarves, and so you don't really know what they do until you use them. You have a vague idea, but it's dumb. Treasure Trove is a great Keyblade, though. I use it for the first like half of the game. Alright. Oh, so you unlock both of them at the same time. I think Castle of Dreams is supposed to be first, though. I'll know when I see the level requirement. Yep, time to get up for work. Thanks, phone. Name that song. Like those 2 seconds you heard it. Alright, so Castle of Dreams is supposed to be next. And you also unlock the Mirage Arena, which is super fun. Normally, you should hold off on doing the command board until you get to the Mirage Arena, because you basically have to do it here. Basically, this is the Coliseum level of this game, except there's no story here. It's only enemies or mini games and stuff like that. There's no like, oh, we have to free the world, because it's not a real world. You can color your armor and stuff, but this, because it was originally a multiplayer part in PSP version, but it's not in this game anymore, which is sad. Truth be told, I just like the regular colors of the armor. I think it's already a good color scheme. Plus, it just changes the shades. You can't really customize it too much. So, you can do Rumble Racing, which I think you have to get to. It's like Disney Town, which is like halfway through the game, and then race there before you unlock them here. Command Board, which I haven't really shown off. I don't really know if I plan to. But basically, you should do all of the command boards you have here, because there's a... The way it works here is that you have an arena level, and your level will increase after you get a certain amount of medals, which are like the currency here. Also, it'll increase once for every race you beat, like the time for, like do like 5 laps in under like 3 minutes and something or other. And then there's 5 different tracks. It's 5 levels there, and then command board. I forget how many boards there are. There's like 7 or 8, maybe even 9. But there's a level for each one of those you beat there, and it's just against AI. It used to be like a multiplayer thing, but again, it's not anymore. They took it. I think they said in order to release it on time, or in order to do something else, they decided not to put multiplayer in. And then arena mode, which is the best one. It's just straight up fights. It's like you get a couple rounds, there's challenges and stuff. This is the easiest way to earn medals in my opinion. So that's that though. I just want to show this off. I won't really be doing stuff in here until later. You do have to do it to get the secret ending, but I think only on Terra's side for some reason. But yeah, I'll save here, and then that's more or less it. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to doing another one soon. And yeah, I think I'll just continue with Ventus from now on. And if I need to level up, I'll do it, and so on. So thank you, and look forward to the next one.